everybody, Glenn here, and I've got a Funko Pop review for you today. I know I haven't done many of these lately. I've kind of backed off a little bit on the pace of getting pop figures, but I'm starting to pick it up again. So, we're going to start with the Spider-Man Homecoming set. I've had this set around for a few months, basically since the movie came out, but I just got the one exclusive I really wanted, so I thought I'd go ahead and review this pop set for you. So, we'll just go through them one at a time and check them out. Okay, let's start off with Spider-Man himself. This is number 220. Kind of see the box first. See the other four of the commons from this set, which we'll go over. Side of the box. And there we go. This is one of those cases where I like to really compare these newer pop figures with some of their pops from the past. The original Spider-Man, I actually don't have it anymore, but I'll see if I can throw a picture up here, but you can really tell the difference. These modern pops, the modern styling is a lot less blocky, a lot more proportional, and I think I've mentioned this before in pops recently, but the molds just keep getting better and better. So let's take a little up-close look here. Love the detail along the eyes. Again, this is the Spider-Man Homecoming version, obviously, as opposed to the comics, but you see the details like the web shooters in silver there, the black piping on his costume. Same with the back. A lot of that same black trim. It doesn't look as neat and tidy up at the top there. You can kind of see paint-wise. It looks okay. It just seems to be a little bit. Doesn't go all the way to the arm. Things like that. It's another situation too where there's kind of a hinge here, where it looks like, you know, if you didn't know any better, because you know it's a pop, it would almost seem like that is a socket where you could move the arms. But obviously, it being a pop, that's not the case. I think I noticed that on another figure where it's not articulated, but it still has that seam there, which is kind of weird. But I think it's just so that you can really see separation between the arms and the shoulders. So, otherwise, good-looking pop. Again, this is the basic Spider-Man. Pose is perfect, obviously, and good color, good detail. That is Spider-Man number 220. Okay, here is number 222. This is Spider-Man Homemade Suit. Now, the regular Spider-Man that I just got done showing you was number 220. This is number 222, and yet, if you look at the box, it's next in the set. Well, in the regular set, it jumps from 220 to 222. So you might ask me, okay, Glenn, what's 221? Is there a 221? There is. And what they did with this set is they mixed some of the exclusives, some of the exclusive store figures into, they weaved them into the numbering. So 221 is actually the Hot Topic version of Spider-Man, which is basically that original Spider-Man unmasked. So 220 is original Spider-Man, 221 is Hot Topic unmasked Spider-Man. That brings us to 222, which is Spider-Man Homemade Suit. So I already showed you the box, but if we go over the pop, this might be my favorite pop from the set because to me it's the most interesting. Obviously, it's directly from the movie with this homemade suit. And what I like about it is, if we look at the mold, it's got an oddly shaped head. It looks very different, and the reason is because that's supposed to be a hood. So you look and you see that there's a hood, and then he's got the mask inside the hood. So there's not really any separation between the hood and the mask, but you can kind of see it, especially if you look off to the side. That's why it's shaped differently. You've got the regular pop head shape there, and then the hood is covering it, which changes the shape of it. Now this suit obviously is the homemade suit, so it's supposed to look homemade. That's exactly what it does, and I think they translated it really well to the pop, you see it's a very plain, almost drawn on Spider there. He's got his homemade goggles. What I dig about the goggles, let's see if we can get a focus here. What I like about the goggles is that they're not just white. There's actually some texture there. If you can kind of see, I don't know if it'll focus. There it goes. There's actually texture there, as opposed to just being white. And you can see the details of his goggles there, which is very cool. He's got his fingerless gloves, his blue, basically, sweatsuit on underneath. They did a really good job with translating this from the movie. It looks awesome. So they did a good job there. Again, I would have liked to have seen some sort of way to kind of differentiate between the hood and the mask. But other than that, they did a really good job. So there he is, Spider-Man homemade suit, number 222. Well, here we go again. We're going right from number 222 to number 224, which is Peter Parker. So where is 223? Well, 223 is the unmasked version of the homemade suit, which is the exclusive from Walmart. So there are 9 total pops in this set. I'm showing you 6. So, you know, there's 3 more that are exclusives that I don't have. I might get at some point. And there's another one coming out, and there's more waves. So I've stopped kind of on these mega blockbuster movie pop sets. I've kind of stopped worrying about getting the whole set at once, because even if you think you have the whole set, more come out. So there's plenty of time to get those pops that you're missing, because they'll have another wave out. They'll have, I guarantee they'll have an unmasked Vulture at some point. They might have an Iron Man by itself. There's already an Iron Man in a 2-pack, so you've got that. But there might even be an Aunt May coming out, or other characters from the movie. So there's going to be more waves, so I don't worry too much about getting whole sets. This one, however, is number 224. This is Peter Parker, basically in his high school outfit. To me, this might be my least favorite of the set, just because to me, when they do these characters out of costume, they're a little bit on the boring side. If you look at it, there's not much to it. It's obviously Peter, fine job, but especially when they do non-distinctive. I mean, that's the idea. Peter Parker's your everyday high school student, right? So his face isn't exactly, that distinctive. So, that could be anybody. So don't have to do a whole lot of work there. They did a fine job with his hair, a fine sculpt with the head, but again, that could be anybody. It's just not that interesting. As far as the rest of it, we've got him wearing the shirt from the high school and just plain old gray pants and his yellow backpack. I do like the subtle little details, like the red tag there. Good coloring, but again, there's not much to talk about with this pop, because there's just not a whole lot going on. He's just a plain high school kid. So there we go, Peter Parker, number 224. All right, now I'm skipping another number, 225. Now that one I'm doing on purpose. 225 is the exclusive Tony Stark that I'm going to show you, but I wanted to show you that last. So we're going to skip to 226. This is Tony Stark. This is the common version of Tony from the movie. Now, why am I holding him like this? Well, I'm holding him like this because this pop does not like to stand up. He keeps moving. He keeps falling down to the back. And the reason for that is, if you move to the side, you can kind of see where is all that weight distributed on the pop. It's in his head. He's a little bit disproportionate. He's got the big old fat head, which is classic pop style, but it makes for, the way they did it was most of the weight is at the back of his head. Oh, I think I just got him to stand up. Most of the weight's at the back of his head, so he's prone to falling over, which I can't seem to keep him. And this is a soft surface I've got him on too. I actually tried him on the hard table, but he wasn't standing up there either. So something to keep in mind for out-of-box collectors like me. He does not want to stand very well. Would definitely need some kind of adjustments for the shelf. So let's check him out. This is another non-costume pop. So I know I said that the Peter Parker was a little bit uninteresting to me. At least this one has some accessories and it has some character to it. It's definitely Tony. He's got his glasses on. He's got his beard, his casual pose, his funky cat t-shirt. So it's definitely a little more interesting in that way, in that it's not just a plain character standing there. I like the way he has his hand in his pocket there. He's just kind of chilling, right? Great job with the sweeping hair and the hairline. Kind of he's got the definite hairstyle. Still don't like that he doesn't want to stand up. He'll stand up if I put him on the side like that for some reason, but I don't think for very long. So again, a little more interesting. Again, no costume there, so not my favorite part of this set, but it's definitely Tony. So there he is, Tony Stark, number 226. All right, next we've got number 227. This is the Vulture. Box pretty much the same. Yada yada. There is an exclusive for this figure. It is the glow-in-the-dark Vulture. I believe it's from GameStop. But that one is also number 227. So while the other exclusives in this set have different numbers than their counterparts, the glow-in-the-dark exclusive for the Vulture is also number 227. I think the reason for that is that that one is exactly the same as this one, except it's glow-in-the-dark. The other two exclusives, or the other three exclusives in this set, they're a little bit different. They're different molds. They're either unmasked or they have something different going on. The exclusive for the Vulture is exactly the same, except it glows in the dark. All right, so let's check him out. I love this one. This is a close second to the homemade suit one for me in this set, in that this has the most detail of any pop in this set. From the helmet, the glowing eyes, great detail on the helmet. If we're looking at the front, he's got his weapons in his hands, the suit, just detail from the wrinkles of the pants to his belt, to his second, to the kind of harness that holds him to his wings, to the feet with his claws there. Just looks great. A great modern representation of the Vulture character in general. But the biggest thing to me is, bam, the back. Look at those wings. How can you, I'll say it, how can you keep these figures in the box? Look at that detail. Look at how great it looks in the back. In fact, this kind of, to me, looks like the Green Goblin glider, right? Very similar kind of technology. This just looks great. This is one of those pops that I'm glad I'm an out-of-box collector, because the detail on it just looks great. To be able to see it just looks amazing. So great looking pop, great detail. It's very solid. It's probably the most sturdy of the pops in this series. Stands up great, obviously because of those claws. His feet are nice and wide. But a great looking pop figure. So that is the Vulture number 227. All right, here we go with number 225. This is Tony Stark, the Summer Convention exclusive variant on Tony Stark. This is what came out around the time of San Diego Comic-Con, and these are the ones you could get in the store. So this is a Summer Convention exclusive, and it is back to 225, so obviously it's a different number. And again, the reason, it's a bit of a different mold, right? Still got kind of that same pose as the other one, his hand in his pocket, but he's wearing his suit. Head is the same, but he is holding the Iron Man helmet. Very cool variation. One thing this one has in common with the other one is it doesn't like to stand very easily. I have to really be careful to get it to stand up. So watch your surfaces. If you're an out-of-box collector on both these Tony Starks, it's going to be difficult for you to stand them up. Or they're going to fall real easily too, even once you do get them standing up. So again, very obviously it's the same as the other one. I think his glasses here might not be as dark. Well, let's bring out the other one. We'll kind of compare and contrast a little bit. So if we're looking at them, neither of which is going to stand up. Okay, the glasses are the same. Again, the head is the exact same mold. It's just the body mold that's different. All right. So, again, dig him in his suit. That's kind of the way I think of Tony a little bit more when he's out of the Iron Man costume. Love that he's holding the Iron Man helmet, even though it's significantly smaller. But again, that's your pop styling, right? Is that the head is so much bigger. but I dig this. I think it's a cool variant. The Iron Man head touch is what makes it. There, he's standing up. All right. But he looks great. That's a great looking, you know it's Tony Stark for sure, right? But that is number 225, the summer convention exclusive of Tony Stark. So there you have it. There is the Spider-Man Homecoming pop set, at least the ones that I have, 220 through 227. There's another one coming out this month, I believe, that is Spider-Man with headphones. And it's basically from the poster that has him lying down with his school jacket on, but also in a Spider-Man outfit with headphones on. So that one should be out this month. And there's a couple of exclusives that I don't have, at least at this point. Basically the unmasked versions of these two figures, as well as the glow-in-the-dark from the Vulture. We'll probably get those at some point, and then I'll show those off in a later video. But these are basically the common set plus the one exclusive set that I got. And one more thing, I know you guys probably think I forgot, but bam, we've got a contest going on, right? For the Ash vs. Evil Dead pop. Congratulations to Cross-Eyed Gaming, the winner of this pop figure. Make sure you get your information to me. You can just send me a message via YouTube, or you can hit me up on Facebook, a DM on Twitter, however you want to do it. Get me your information and I will get this pop out to you. Other than that, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you have a great one. Hit up, of course, hit up my social media over on that side. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a like if you can, because that helps out a lot. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.